Crap. Why do I have no clone spell and 5 invisibility spells? I guess it's YOLO time. Welcome back to the Clash Tips YouTube channel. We are back in Quartz Bar for this episode. Slowly building up our clan. We are at level 2 now. And we have a clan capital level 3, just got that. So we're going to be making a video on how to use a clan capital level 3 very soon. We are in a war currently, and I have some content that I'm going to be showing from this because it actually just ended and we did win that one. But this is the war that I actually want to show you where I had kind of a funny attack situation. So I have 2 Town Hall 11s that I like to play with. And I have a Town Hall 12 that's max. I have a Town Hall 13 that I'm working on. Hopefully it will be max soon. But in this attack right here, I was planning on doing a YOLO-trone. And with the YOLO-trone, you have to have a clone spell. Also, you do not bring invisibility spells. So the moment that I logged in, I thought, oh crap. I had mixed up my Town Hall 11s, and with this army, I was planning on attacking the next base up, which was a Town Hall 12. So I thought, oh well, let's just go with it. This is also an example of why you stick with an attack no matter what, because this attack should not have tripled. But surprisingly, well, I'm not going to tell you whether it did or not. Although I guess you could see that it already did. So it tripled, but it should not have tripled. So anyway, my whole thought process with this was I wanted to make sure that I funneled on the bottom side with my heroes. I funneled on the top side. I actually was supposed to bring sneaky goblins because that would have been much more effective in funneling. I actually wanted my queen to grab that air defense. She did not. It's due to my poor funneling skills. But anyway, she did not get the air defense. Thankfully, I put down a few loons. And then my Stone Slammer came in there. I was supposed to have a clone spell to go right here. So that way that OP Electro Dragon could take out all of these defenses, and I thought, well, let's just go with it. No clone spell, so this is a YOLO-trone without a clone spell. I could have done a Super Wizard Blimp, done a Blizzard on this section of the base, but sometimes a Super Wizard Blimp can be difficult if it's trapped. Also, you can get a lot of value with your Stone Slammer, so that's the reason I sent a Stone Slammer in instead of a Blimp. And even without that clone spell, that E-Dragon, that loon, took out a ton of the base. You can see it took out a whole quarter section of the base, and so I started my Lalo, and this is the power of the Lalo, and one reason that I love Lalo so much. I'm not super good at it at Town Hall 14. In fact, I'm not very good at it at all. At Town Hall 14, I suck at it. That's the reason why I pretty much only use Super Bowlers at Town Hall 14. But at lower Town Halls, because of the fact that there's less splash damage starts getting more difficult at Town Hall 13 with the addition of the scatter shot. But because there's not as much splash damage, it is a little bit easier to do Lalo. So if Lalo is something that you're really interested in doing and you want to learn, start at the lower Town Halls. Learn Lalo at Town Hall 11, and it will slowly increase your ability to be able to be good at it at a higher Town Hall level, Town Hall 14, for example. At this point, I was like, well, I guess I'm going to triple. So I went ahead and swagged all 5 invisibility spells. I normally don't swag, and I'm actually going to have a video here in a little bit where I swagged and I shouldn't have. And I'm going to show you that video here in just a little bit. But anyway, this attack went really well. YOLO-trone for the win. In this specific war, Tips Girl was unable to get her attacks in due to some scheduling conflicts. Kick her from the clan! I know, but I'm not that strict in this clan, and I still want my wife to like me, so therefore I can't kick her for missed attacks. But this one was tough. I was really surprised at how close this one was, but I wanted to do a cloned Super Archer, Super Wizard Blimp, so not quite a Blizzard, and I was expecting it possibly to get a little more than it did, and then my Lalo didn't go quite as well as I expected it to. Also, my Sui entry didn't quite go the way that I wanted it to, but thankfully we were still able to get the triple. Maybe you ask, well, how do you determine whether or not to do a Super Archer Blimp or a Super Wizard Blimp? For me, the determination that I use on whether or not to use Super Archers over Super Wizards is the distance that the defenses that I want to take out are and the likelihood that my super wizards versus super archers, which have a longer distance in attacking, are going to be able to get those things down. The most important thing in this attack, of course, is the town hall. And then on the other side, I wanted to get that Inferno Tower down along with that Expo. And so I decided to go ahead and use super archers. On this one, I put my golem down just a tad too early, which again is another reason why this attack was really close. And it went north. Well, it went to 9 o'clock rather than 3 o'clock. And so I thought, well, look, we're going to switch up the plan. We're going to go with what we got. And so I went ahead and sent my Lalo over the top of the 9 o'clock end rather than over the top of the 3 o'clock end, which was my original plan. And thankfully it worked. And my main reason for wanting to come over the top of the 3 o'clock side was because of that sweeper. And if I had come in from the 3 o'clock side, that sweeper would not have been as much of an issue as it is now. Also, another reason why this attack was super close is because with a super archer blimp, you're using a lot of spells. And so in this attack, I was essentially doing a naked Lalo where the only spell that I had to use was my invisibility spell. And then, of course, the Warden Tome. Coming around from the 3 o'clock side, I did not think that that was going to be a problem, because I had a single Inferno Tower that I was going to be ending on. On this side, I had an air defense, I had multiple expos, and thankfully my queen stayed up the entire attack, so that way my Lalo would not be taken down quickly by that air defense. But thankfully the attack did go super well. I did learn one thing, and it's going to be an attack that I'm actually going to show in another video. One of the issues with sending your Lalo in over the top of the heroes that you have to be careful of is the Warden will go with the highest hit point percentage troops. And so if your king and your queen are together, sometimes the Warden will travel with your king and your queen outside of the base, especially if your loons are not grouped together yet, like in the beginning of attack. So I'm putting down 3 to 4 loons and they're not bunched up. Well, my Warden sometimes will stray off and go with my king and my queen. So that's definitely something I have to consider. On this specific attack, I had a 50-50 chance on whether or not the tornado trap was on this side or the other side. I still had my Town Hall 13 attack, so I thought, hey, this is the YOLO episode, so let's YOLO and see if we can get some super wizards in there, because if we can, that core is going to be completely decimated and that blizzard blow is going to be completely OP. And at this point, as you can see, the entire core is taken out, which is a perfect setup for my Lalo. Also, for some reason, the defender decided to put his Inferno Tower outside the base. Yes, I know, that makes it easier to attack. I realized this, but I did want to cut out the funnel, so I used a golem, and I did Sui Heroes, and behind that golem, also to take out the queen. You have to take out the enemy queen, especially at Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 12, so that way she doesn't take down your Lalo, so that the RC doesn't take down your Lalo if it's at Town Hall 13. So on other Lalo videos that I've done, I talk about cutting that pie so that you cut out a piece of it with your blizzard, and then you take out a section of the pie with your heroes, which is exactly what I did here. And then, as my usual, I send my Lalo in over the top of the Archer Queen. My reasoning for that is because I want my Archer Queen to stay up so that she can clean. Her ability has already been triggered, so I'm not going to be able to really use her on the back end. So I have to depend upon my Lalo pretty much 100%, but I sprinkle in my loons from the side to make sure that that big pack of loons will just slowly go around the base. Use my haste spells to haste into those high damage defenses, the ones especially that do splash damage. So for instance, wizard towers, or if you're at Town Hall 13, then scatter shots. Whenever you see your loons coming into those, or inferno towers that are on multi, you want to haste your loons in there because they're going to do the most damage on a big pack of your loons. I'm not that worried about point defenses, because if an archer tower takes down a loon or a couple of loons, I still have a large pack of loons since I'm bringing 25 to 30 loons with every attack, so not as much to worry about. This last attack was on my Town Hall 13, and I got a 97% 2-star, and the reason that I got a 97% 2-star was because I made a big mistake, a mistake that I should have not done, and so I want to show you in a separate video exactly what I did. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. That presents it to other potential watchers, other potential viewers. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching.